Dear student, this is a continuation of the library component of academic literacy. In session 1, we did a very basic orientation to the library. In session 2, we are going to look at the library catalogue and database searching. The library catalogue. The library catalogue can be accessed via the following route. Log into My Embry and then click on Library. You can do the following searches in the catalogue. A title search. Please bear in mind that if a title starts with an article, for instance, the, a, and an, please leave it out. So a book titled The Man on the Moon must be searched as Man on the Moon. You can also do an author search. You search by surname and the author's first initial, for example, Smith, W. You can also do an ISBN search. This stands for International Standard Book Number. This unique number identifies a book when you want to purchase it for its exact edition. So every edition of a book has a different ISBN. You can do a publisher's search, for example, Van Skyke. Now the classification, for example, books for preschool education or grade R are classified under 372.21. So if you search this Dewey number, you will find all the books on this topic. The barcode. This is a unique library barcode which identifies the book on library records for the sole purpose stock taking. Keyword. This is where you do a keyword search to find books on certain subjects in the library. Then series. If you want to know which books we have on a certain series, this is where you will look for it. Database searching, truncation and wildcards. Truncation is represented by an asterisk. To use truncation, enter the root of the search term and replace the ending with an asterisk. The computer will then find all forms of that word. For example, teach. If you truncate it with that asterisk, it will look for teach, teacher, teachers and teaching. So you will broaden your search. Wildcards are represented by a question mark or a hash sign. To use the hash sign wildcard, enter your search terms, adding the hash in places where an alternate spelling may contain an extra character. The computer finds all citations of the word that appear with or without the extra character. For example, color with a U is the English spelling. Without the U, it's an American spelling. So if you want that extra character, you will then use the wildcard with a hash. So it will look for color the way the British spell it and color the way the Americans spell it, so you will broaden your search. The next wildcard is a question mark. To use the question wildcard, enter your search term and replace it with the unknown character. Replace the unknown character with a question mark. The computer finds all letters of that word with the question mark replaced by a letter. For example, organization can be spelled with an S and it can be spelled with a Z. So if you're not sure it's an unknown character, is it going to be the S or Z? You use the question mark and the computer will then search for organization with a S and Z. In other words, it will broaden your search. Next, we are going to look at Boolean searching. Boolean searching allows you to add connecting words to your keyword to improve, expand, or refine your search. Always use capital letters when using Boolean operations. For example, the and, the or, the not. I'm going to explain the difference. Egypt and pyramids narrow the search, because now it's just going to look for Egypt, for pyramids in Egypt, nowhere else. Egypt or pyramids broadens the search, because now you are going to look for everything on Egypt and everything on pyramids. Not excludes. So now you are going to look for pyramids everywhere else, but not in Egypt. The OR command. If you are looking for special needs education, this might also be found under other terms. So you will use the OR command. For instance, special needs education, or inclusive education, or remedial education, or barriers to learning. Please note that they are all phrases, so we put them in inverted commas. The AND command. Say now you had to search for the relationship between unemployment and homelessness in Durban. You would firstly identify your keywords. Unemployment, homelessness, Durban. So you are going to join them with the AND command. Unemployment and homelessness and Durban. But you could also be looking for unemployed and unemployment. So we are going to use the root word unemploy, put the asterisk there, and we are going to do the same with homeless, because it could be homeless or homelessness. So we're also going to put an asterisk there, so it will search for both. Now we are going to look at nesting and or. If you had to search for the following, the influence of television viewing on public perceptions of physicians, you firstly have to identify your keywords. The keywords are television, public perceptions, physicians. So you will join them with an AND in capital letters. Television and public perceptions. Public perceptions is a phrase, so you will put it in inverted commas. And physicians could also be called doctors. So you will nest them together with an I. The NOT command. If you want to search for cars, but not cars made in Europe, you will do it as follows. Cars is your keyword and Europe is your keyword. But cars could also be called automobiles. So you will nest cars and automobiles with an OR command. Not Europe. So what we have done, we've put an asterisk behind Europe because it could also be European. Let's look at this. Say now you want to search for how can I use newspapers to teach good citizenship to my high school pupils. The keywords would be citizenship, newspapers, high school, that have to be joined with an AND. So citizenship and newspapers and high school. But high school could also be called secondary school. So we have to nest it with OR. So we've got high school is a phrase, or secondary school, which is a phrase. So we've got citizenship and newspapers and in brackets high school or secondary school. This is the end of session 2. Thank you for listening. Please find further examples in your study guide.